Hey mathematics learners, welcome to Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. So on today's video tutorial, guys, we're going to be solving this quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. Okay, so I've shown you guys how the quadratic formula came about. How is the quadratic formula derived, right? We basically discussed that in the previous video tutorial. So if you haven't watched that tutorial, please have a look at that video tutorial. It's a nice fun activity that you can actually do so that you understand where they actually get this quadratic formula from. Okay, however, in this video tutorial, all we're going to be doing is just solving this quadratic equation, right, by actually using the quadratic formula. Okay, so before we get started with today's video tutorial, guys, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Please make sure that you click on that notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video tutorial, guys. And also please don't forget to give all these video tutorials a huge thumbs up, because it really helps the channel grow and it helps the channel to reach more learners that want to better their mathematics marks. Okay, also shout out to the learners of Buhle Park Secondary School, guys. I know that you guys are watching my video tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting, and also please continue to watch the video tutorials. Okay, so without any further ado, guys, let's get started with today's video tutorial. So we want to basically solve for x by using the quadratic formula. All right, so already, guys, right, remember when we were basically deriving our quadratic formula, right, the quadratic equation was in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. Okay, so it's very important, okay, that before we even use the quadratic formula, we need to ensure that the quadratic equation that is given to us, right, is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. Okay, already with this question, what are we noticing? Okay, this equation is not in that form. Okay, so before we can even just start off now with basically using the quadratic formula, we need to now change this equation, move certain terms around, okay, so that it is in the standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so let us basically do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to basically move the negative 3x squared to the right hand side, just that I don't want to be working with a negative 3x squared. I actually want to work with a positive value. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to say 0 is equal to 3x squared plus, okay, the 7 plus the 7 is a positive, right? It's still on the right hand side, so it's going to stay as a positive 7 minus 12. Okay, do you guys agree that we can actually just also write this as, I'm actually going to use a white background. I feel like the black background is a bit dark. Okay, remember we basically have negative 3x squared, okay, which is equal to 7x minus 12. Remember, we want our equation to be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. Okay, before we can basically use our quadratic formula, right? So in this case, I decided that I want to move that negative x squared to the right hand side, so it's going to be 0. Okay, if I want to basically remove the negative 3x squared from the left hand side, that means that I want to plus your 3x squared. If I plus 3x squared on the left hand side, that means I need to also plus the 3x squared on the right hand side. Okay, so what will I be left with on the left hand side? It's just 0 is equal to, I'm going to start off with the positive 3x squared plus 7x minus 12. So do we see that now our equation is actually in that form? Let me just rewrite that so you guys can see. I can also just write it as 3x squared plus 7x minus 12 is equal to 0. That is absolutely still the same thing. Okay, so once our equation is in this form, then now we can apply the quadratic formula. Okay, what does the quadratic formula say? What is the quadratic formula, right? And how are we going to apply it? We know that it's x is equal to minus b plus or minus, right, the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so that is the quadratic formula. Okay, and then from here, what is the b's, what is the a, what is the c? Okay, so here, right, the 3, let me just do this here so that you guys can see. Okay, so what is the B? What is the A? What is the C? Okay, so do you see that the A, right, is the coefficient for the x squared? Do you see that? The coefficient for our x squared is our A. So our A is 3. What is our B? Our B is the coefficient for x. Okay, so here, what is the coefficient for x? The coefficient for x is positive 7. So that is our B. And what is our C? Our C is the constant term. Okay, it's the constant term. So in this case, our C is negative 12, right? Do you guys already see why is it necessary for us to basically use the quadratic formula, right, in this case, right? If you basically wanted to now factorize this equation just using your normal methods that you've basically learned throughout the 4 weeks, 3 weeks that you guys have been in school this term, right, of basically opening two brackets and trying to find what are the factors of 12, that if I basically multiply them together, they're going to give me 4, but if I subtract them, they're going to give me 7. And at the same time, you need to take in consideration that there's a coefficient of x squared there. So then what do I basically need to put into the, do you see that it's going to be a very, very tedious process? Okay, so that is why now it's actually it's better, right, to basically now use the quadratic formula if, for example, right, you have a scenario like this, right, where, for example, the coefficient for x squared, right, is a value that now if you basically were to divide right through by 3, you're not going to get whole values, you're going to get fractions. Okay, that is basically going to make your life difficult. Okay, so in this case, just to simplify our lives, we can actually just use the quadratic formula. Okay, and the quadratic formula is just going to help us basically determine what are the roots, right, more easily without now overthinking and overcomplicating our lives. Okay, so in this case, we already said what is the B, what is the C, what is the A. We are just going to substitute those values into this formula. So we're going to say minus. Remember, there's a minus, so I'm going to keep that minus there. What is the B? Our B is a positive 7. So I'm going to put it as a positive 7, right? Plus or minus, okay? The square root of, what is our B? It's a positive 7. So I'm going to say 7 all squared minus 4. What is your A? It's a positive 3. What is your C? It's a negative 12, okay? All over 2 times, what is your A? It's a positive 3. So a lot of learners here basically make a mistake when it comes to substituting your B, especially, let's say, for example, if my B was a negative, right? So let's say, for example, this B here, it was a negative 7. Most learners tend to make a mistake there. You'll find that they'll just say minus and forget to even put that minus 7 there. So you need to be careful with that B there, okay? You need to substitute what the B is exactly, and also put it in brackets so that you don't make unnecessary mistakes. Okay, so from here it becomes easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? All that we need to do, either use your brain or your calculator, okay, to basically simplify this, or simplify the right hand side. Okay, so negative 7, okay, and it's plus or minus the square root of 7 all squared is 49, right? Then you've got 3 times negative 12. It's going to be negative 36. So it's going to be minus 4 times negative 36, right? This is all under the square root. And then 2 times 3 is 6, okay? So you can either now here simplify that further, right? It's going to be negative 7 negative 7 plus or minus the square root of, right? It's 49 minus, what is a minus times a minus? It's going to be a positive. 4 times 36 is 144, right? And then all over, okay, 6, right? And then from here, if you basically say minus 7 plus or minus the square root of 49 plus 144, that gives us 193, right? All over 6, okay? Therefore, right, our x, okay, our x is equal to, okay, negative 7 plus the square root of 193 all over 6, or x is equal to negative 7 minus the square root of 193 all over 6, right? And if we had to basically give our answer in decimal form, and they just say basically give your answer in 2 decimal places, right? It's going to be x is approximately equal to 1.15. Okay, let's make it 3 decimal places, right? 149, okay? Or x is equal to, okay, negative 3.482, if we basically said leave your answer in 3 decimal places. Okay, so that is how you can basically leave your answer in surd form. Right here we've basically left our answer in surd form. So there are questions where they'll ask you to leave your answer in surd form, right? So this is us leaving our answer in surd form, and then here is us basically leaving our answer in 3 decimal places. Okay, so with these type of questions, just make sure that you take into consideration how they want you to leave your answer. Okay, so the take for this question is that when you are basically solving a quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula, the first thing that you need to make sure is that your equation is in the standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c, right? Once your equation is in that form, okay, you don't have to now worry that now the coefficient of x squared needs to be 1. It doesn't have to be, okay? Once your equation is just in the standard form, then you can basically start off and basically substitute all your values into your quadratic formula. You need to identify what the a is, you need to identify what the b is, and you also need to identify what the c is. Okay, what helps us determine what is a, what is b, what is c is this form. That is it in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. A is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, c is the constant. Okay, then from there we just substitute all our values into our formula. You also need to be careful with that b there. It's a negative. Open your brackets and substitute what the b is so that you do not make a mistake, right? And then from there you go down the process. You can even just use your calculator, but like I mentioned, I mean, my lecturer is basically advises that we need to try to encourage students to basically do the mathematical calculations in your brain. But I think some of your teachers will not basically agree with this, because sometimes you guys make silly mistakes. Okay, in this case, just do everything in your calculator and you'll find that here, right, your x is equal to 1.149 if you round off to 3 decimal places, or your x is equal to negative 3.482. Okay, so that is basically our final answer. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial, guys. I certainly did. I hope that you guys are subscribed to the channel, okay, because I'm literally going to be bringing these equations, okay, very soon. Next week we're going to be starting off with trigonometry, so you better make sure that you guys are subscribed, okay, because I'm going to literally make your lives so easy and simple. Okay, by the time that you're done with your grade 11, you're going to be enjoying mathematics. Who knows, you might be a mathematics teacher. Okay, so in the next video tutorial, guys, we are going to be solving still a quadratic formula, a quadratic equation for x by using the quadratic formula. Try and do this for homework. Once you're done, watch the video tutorial and see if you were basically able to do this on your own. So I'll see you guys on my next upload. That is it, guys, and I'll see you guys on my next upload, Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. Bye, guys.